Welcome to the Uplevel Dairy Young Leaders podcast. This is the new podcast specifically for producers and professionals in the first 5 years of their dairy careers who are driven to make a difference and determined to do it in the dairy industry. You've got passion, energy, and ambition, but perhaps as you graduated from college and went back to the farm or took a job in the industry, you've hit a few roadblocks. Challenges like establishing yourself as a young person in a new position, communicating with an older generation, prioritizing your time, or maybe you long for those connections of being able to easily plug into a group of like-minded people who, like you, don't just see dairy as a job, but the place where they want to have a long-term fulfilling career. And as your days get busier with work and life, you are already finding it harder and harder to carve out time to develop yourself. I faced many of those same challenges too, and in the first 5 years of my dairy career, I longed for a place to plug in and learn from others who were also dedicated to dairy and going through those same challenges. I'm Peggy Coffeen, founder and host of the Uplevel Dairy Podcast, and it's my mission to uplevel the skill set and mindset of dairy farm owners, managers, and advisors so they can be top performers in the dairy business. And I want to do the same thing for you in a very special way, young leaders. I'm here to help you continue connecting and growing personally and professionally so you can lead and succeed in your dairy career. The Uplevel Dairy Young Leaders podcast brings you interviews and conversations from other producers and professionals, talking about the challenges they are facing and how they are overcoming them as they navigate their first 5 years. You'll also find some guest appearances from others who have a few more years of experience in the industry and want to give back by sharing with you the powerful lessons they learned as they navigated their own way. So whether you are on the farm or in the field, this is a place to plug in to hear how your peers are overcoming challenges and stepping up to lead the way as dairy's future decision makers, movers and shakers, and innovators. You can find the special new podcast series with new podcast episodes dropping every other week on Uplevel Dairy Podcast. And you can also go out and find Uplevel Dairy Young Leaders on its very own platform for podcast listeners. But I'm going to need your help, young leaders. I want to hear from you so I can best serve you with the tools you need to be successful in your first 5 years of your dairy career. Join the Uplevel Dairy Young Leaders Facebook group or shoot me an email at the links below to tell me what you want to know and who you want to hear from on the Uplevel Dairy Young Leaders podcast. Thanks for joining me and looking forward to sharing more stories and conversations of Uplevel Dairy Young Leaders.